What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with a quick Yankee video. So last night, the New York Yankees defeated the Houston Astros 7-5 for their third straight victory in this series and eighth straight overall, moving their record to 49-27 and increasing their lead to 5.5 games in the AL East over the Tampa Bay Rays. Masahiro Tanaka was solid for us, not the best he's been for sure. He gave up 2 runs and 8 hits through 6 innings. He had a hard time putting away hitters, but he battled and he kept us in that game. And he definitely left with the opportunity to win it in the top of the 7th inning. It was a very well-pitched game. It was very fast-paced. It went at a good clip. My man, the Sports Reaction, and I streamed it. It was a fun game to stream last night. They were scoreless through 4.5 innings when the Yankees took the lead, in the bottom of the 5th inning with a couple of runs. They went up 2-0, and the Astros tied it in the top of the 6th. The Yankees went ahead in the bottom of the 6th. The Astros took the lead 5-4 in the top of the 7th. And then, of course, the Yankees ultimately scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th and won the game 7-5. The Yankees were led by Giancarlo Stanton. Now, Giancarlo Stanton is a guy that I have certainly been on his case about not being clutch. I said this guy's not clutch. He needs to start coming through in big spots, and he did. He came up with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 2-2 game, and he ripped a line drive off the third baseman's glove, and it trickled into left field, scored 2 runs. And then when we were tied at 5 in the bottom of the 7th after an Austin Romine solo shot tied the game at 5, Giancarlo Stanton came up with the bases loaded and 2 outs and hit almost the same exact single that gave us the 7-5 lead. So his 4 RBIs paced the New York Yankees. And this is what, I'm not saying I expect Giancarlo Stanton to do this every time that he comes up with a man on base, but you expect him to come through. I mean, he's paid $325 million. This is one of the best hitters on our team. And if Giancarlo Stanton can start coming through in these situations, he's going to be much more revered in Yankee Stadium. I'm not the only Yankee fan that gives this guy a hard time. When you're paid a lot of money and you're a big-time player, we expect big-time results from you. It's just how it is. That is what this market is. That's what the New York Yankees are. We expect, well, I say it all the time, we expect a lot of our players. We expect you to come through when it matters most, and last night he certainly did. I know it's just a game in June, but those are big spots for Giancarlo Stanton, and that's good for his confidence level to have him come through in a big spot like that. So we were able to win this game 7-5, and it really was based on Giancarlo Stanton. Now, of course, Austin Romine solo homer in the bottom of the 7th was also a big deal after Alvarez gave them a 5-4 lead in the top of the 7th. Austin Romine first at bat. Actually, there might have been 1 out. I can't exactly remember when he tied the game. And that was obviously a huge hit, too. Now, I want to get into our moronic manager, Aaron Boone. Now, when I'm streaming this game last night, I come downstairs and I saw Jonathan Holder in the game, and I kept screaming that this guy's last name should be Blower, not Holder, because he doesn't hold any lead. He constantly blows leads. It's all this guy does. And Aaron Boone, our moronic manager, idiot manager, continues to put this guy in high-leverage situations. Now, of course, last night we were able to battle back and win this game, but, Jonathan Holder is not a guy you want in the 7th inning, a 2-run game. He's just not. This is not the pitcher you want. Where's Chad Green? Where's Chad Green during this situation? Where's Adam Ottavino? Where's Zach Britton? Now, they used Zach Britton to close out the game last night. And of course, he had to walk a couple guys because we can never just make it easy in the 9th inning. But the reason Zach Britton was in there is because, again, Aaron Boone mismanaged the game a couple nights ago when we were up 10-3, and he left David Hale in there for 3 innings. When we were up 10-3, and he ended up having to bring in Aroldis Chapman in the 9th because he kept sticking with David Hale, who threw over 65 pitches in 3 innings out of the bullpen. That is just dumb. Close the game out. Aaron Boone is too worried about the next day instead of winning the game today. That is what drives me insane about this guy. He doesn't know how to manage the bullpen. He does a really poor job with the bullpen. But luckily for us last night, we were able to win the game. I have said numerous times, Aaron Boone, the Yankees win in spite of this guy, not because of him. The mismanagement of the bullpen continues to make me irate. It continues to tick me off. Stop putting Jonathan Holder in big spots like that. I'd rather see Luis Cessa in a big spot than Jonathan Holder. Jonathan Holder has nothing left. He had a nice season last year. Good for him. But it's not 2018 anymore. It's 2019. Stop bringing this guy in when it's freaking 4-2 in the top of the 7th or 5-3 or 6-5 or whatever. Don't bring him in high leverage situations. This is a guy that should be doing mop-up duty, okay? He should be mopping up the locker room. He's not good. Stop putting him in there in big game situations, okay? I'm sick and tired of Aaron Boone. I've been sick of him for a long time. This team is 49-27 because of the multitude of talent. Now, I've said that he's done a good job early in the year because of all the injuries. But let's face it, man, these guys are stepping up. You guys like Gio Urshela. You guys like Cameron Maben, Even Mike Talkman's had big hits. These guys have just come through. But this really isn't because of Aaron Boone. The one thing I'll give Aaron Boone credit for is he's kept the lineup the same most of the year, which was nice. Now, of course, Gary Sanchez had the night off last night. Understandably, he's a catcher, but you have your two hottest hitters on the bench at the same game. Why wouldn't you play Gleyber Torres last night? Again, we ended up winning the game, but Gleyber Torres and Gary Sanchez, they've been killing the ball. I get Sanchez having a night off. Why wasn't Gleyber in there? I'm not an Aaron Boone fan, if you couldn't tell. But regardless, even with all of that, the Yankees still win their 8th in a row, and I'm very happy, but it's definitely been stressful. Last night was a stressful game. You know, it's June. These are big games. This is a preview of the ALCS. It could be a preview of the ALCS. I think these are the two best teams in the American League. No disrespect to Minnesota, but I think they're going to fall off a little bit. I think the Astros and Yankees are the classless field, even though the Astros have lost, I believe that's their 7th in a row, which is crazy to think they've lost 7 in a row. But they still have a big lead in the AL West. So that's really it. This video ran a lot longer than I wanted it to, but the Yankees do get the win 7-5 last night. They moved to 49-27, and they lead by 5.5 games. Today's Old Timers Day. Wish I could stream it. I will not be home, and I don't want to jinx the Yankees, but I swear to God, whenever they have an Old Timers Day, they retire a number. They give somebody a plaque. They never seem to win on these days like today. So if they lose today, it's not going to surprise me. Hopefully they can break that damn streak, because I don't remember last time they had an Old Timers Day that they won. But it is what it is. So enjoy your Sunday, guys, and maybe I'll have a hangout later tonight. I'm not really sure. But either way, until next time, it is Baddog, and I am gone. Peace!